Wednesday GLG webinar, mentorship webinar. And tonight we have some, or tonight for me, we have some great information on the deal shaker, and obviously that's the key to what we do. I'd like to just start off by saying that the websites, One Academy, One World, and One Forex have been reinstated, so we can see that they've been updated and open again. So that's fantastic news for the network. And if you haven't finished all your One Academy, you need to get back into it, and then share that news around. I'd also like to just touch on the GLG is under reconstruction. Okay, so this will provide more transparency for dedicated leaders, and announcements will be coming very, very soon on the restructuring of the GLG. So that's all happening in the background at the moment. I'd also like to touch on just from our perspective down here in Australia, our 90 days plan, of which we put together last year at the last few days of last year, and now put into action for the next 90 days in 2020, by trying to unite Australia and getting the bazaars and mini digital fairs up and running again. You might have seen the flyer that we have for our national or the whole of Australia, I should say. So more events are happening now. We have Darwin, Cairns, Brisbane are working on theirs, Sydney is working on theirs, Melbourne have 2 coming up, Adelaide and Perth. So the whole country getting back into the swing of things for 2020, and this is part of the 90 days plan to revitalise the network and the market here in Australia. And that's we've got some very, very good dedicated people and leaders in Australia helping to have that, achieve that and achieve success. So thank you to everybody in Australia that is working towards that goal. And also would like to touch on something that I learned a little while ago from a very, very knowledgeable person who did a tour. Some of you might have met him. He touched on a thing called Sinaloa. It's an acronym, okay? It stands for Safety in Numbers, Law of Attraction. And we have the numbers. If an organization has numbers, well, you have safety in those numbers because you're all supporting each other. So this is what we need right at the moment, is support and be united. Now, the GLG is there to be united, to work as one. The network is there to work as one. Okay, so everyone around the world, we're all working in the same direction, the same way. So the law of attraction is that fact, is that we are all working as one, and people see that positive energy, that excitement, and they want to be a part of that. So this will draw the attraction of what we do and what we can offer the struggling businesses and people with the knowledge that we have from the One Academy and our Deal Shaker platform moving forward. I don't really want to go on too much more, but I'm really, really excited because tonight we have one of the big leaders from Europe to give us more insight and exciting information about what's going on in Europe. And also, as we know, China is really, really starting to fire up. And this is due to a lot of work by our good brother and diamond leader, Fred Fott. And we have really, really big, exciting news coming out of China, which, you look at it, they're 1.2 million our brothers and sisters in China, and you imagine getting that country on fire and really supporting the key elements of the usability. I know that already IMAs here in Australia have purchased things from the digital fairs created in China, and they're having them shipped via Fred's setup there to all parts of the country. So amazing stuff going on there in China. So I'd like to, without further ado, I would like to bring on the man that is creating this excellent forward motion to give us more information about what's happening in Wuhan. And I hope I get this right, but is it Habzhou? The provinces there in China. I do believe that 100 kilos of beef sold in 2 hours at one fair. So 100 kilos, that's a lot of beef. And, you know, obviously there's a lot of people. So without further ado, please welcome Fred Fock. Can you come on the mic, please?
Thank you, Mike. Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear, sir. Go ahead.
Thank you. A very good day to all our members all over the globe. And thank you for the introduction and having me on today to share with you some information. Last week, I did share about how we change our mindset and our pitch to talk to a merchant, because a lot of members are having a different kind of mindset that when you do not have an exchange, merchants are not willing to come in and participate in a sales on our Deal Shaker platform. And that is actually not true. I have been sharing that way back in 2018 in September, Mr. Terence Lim and myself, we organized a expo in Singapore. Close to 70% of the merchants are only merchants. They are not One Life member like you and me who have One Academy packages, right? They just signed up as a merchant, right, and becomes a merchant to sell products on a Deal Shaker platform. So that is exactly what happened. And back in last year in June in China, Taiwan, 80% of the close to 80 merchants that is participating in the expo are outside merchants. So how are we able to do that? It's actually a very, very simple system that we do, okay, which I am going to share and repeat and share with you a lot of this effective pitch that we talk about. So this is what I actually mentioned last week. Right? Unless the one can be encashed, otherwise merchants do not want to sell in the Deal Shaker. That is not true. Because as an entrepreneur, as a MNC, okay, in an SME, or a sole proprietor, all they want is clients and business. They want clients because when they do not have clients, they do not have business, they do not have cash flow, and they are not able to keep the business sustaining. Especially those customers, so those merchants have a fixed store, they have an outlet, they have a hair salon, they have a shop, they have rental to pay every month, they have overheads like staff to pay every month. They are even tougher because the moment they open their stores, they are actually losing money by paying revenues, by paying rentals, by paying electrical bills, by paying staff, etc. and etc. And those who are actually a product service, a product line, is worse because they have a lot of stockists, stocks in their warehouse, stocks in their storeroom, and they have to sell all those products so that they can have churn out a sales and churn out cash flow for their survival. So we understand that concept and we actually develop a systematic way of pitching, which I actually shared last week, right? That we are able to bring all these merchants sales. So we developed this logo, which is called One to China, all right? A Deal Shaker One to China. We started this training way back last year with a routine road shows running in different cities, and we train the trainers. We train the trainers, and the trainers train the members and merchants. Okay, so as Mike have mentioned, I just would like to share with you some bazaars. There's a total of 10 are being organized in these 2 weeks because end of the month on the 25th of January is the Lunar New Year, which is the Chinese New Year that is celebrated by many ethnic Chinese community all over the world. And the Deal Shaker One to China, the Lunar New Year Bazaar at Wuhan is you don't have to scribble because we will write that away. Yeah, you can talk about exchange all exchange that you want, but currently it won't happen, right? Whether you like it or not. So if you don't like it, you can just quit the webinar. Or if you are a One Life member, you don't like it, you just want to wait for the exchange, you can stay dormant right now till the exchange comes. Then you can come back. For now, you can always quit One Life and stay by the side and be just an observer. It is fine because if you're not contributing, with you or without you, it doesn't bring any success to the company. Yeah, so that is how blunt and how direct I will tell you. Yep, okay, right. So on the 5th of January, which is a few days back, we have 45 merchants and 350 attendees. So this is, you can see they sells a lot of like dried food, on the right corner, and that is rice, as that is a staple food in among the Chinese. So we have rice, okay. And very importantly, we do not promote everything to be sold, right, in 100% coins. We do not promote that. The reason why is because when we do 100% coin once payment, the merchant will not have any cash flow, and that defeats the purpose of running a business. However, a merchant can use certain products to make it 100% one payment as an attraction to bring people to their shops, to their online shops, or to their booth. And that is happening, right? And that is made available. It is only planned to have about 4 hours of operation for the bazaar, but everything was sold in just 2 hours. Okay, and the revenue in that 2 hours is about 58,000 euros as of that day. I did not have a further update, but I expect it will be more, right? So at that time, it is actually at 58,000 euro sales turnover in that 2 hours. I also would like to mention something about B2B. Okay, right. There is a merchant who sells beef products, fresh beef and cooked beef products, such as like meatballs, yeah, braised beef, okay, and things like that, or beef chunks, okay. So how the vouchers looks like? So I would like to share with you how it works. You can purchase a shopping voucher worth 50 RMB, 50 Chinese yuan. So let me see, let me do a calculation and how much is 50 Chinese yuan in euros for a common understanding. 650, about 6 euros. You can buy a voucher at 6 euros, okay, at 100% one, okay, to buy any beef products. But the terms and condition and the description, it tells you you have to spend 150 Chinese yuan before you can use this 50 Chinese yuan voucher. So you have to spend about 19 euros before you can use this voucher, right? This voucher that worth about 6 euros. Okay, so there is a terms and condition clause that you have to make a minimum spending. Of course, if you spend up to 300 Chinese yuan, you can use 2 vouchers as it goes on. So on that day, there's a 1,000 kilogram of beef and beef products brought in to sell on spot. As you can see, 73 coupons were sold in 2 hours, all on the 5th of January. You can see from the voucher number 1 to voucher number 7. Okay, the page, sorry, is page 1 to page 7. You can see all these 70 over transactions are made on the same day. The venue was in a hotel, and the hotel has a restaurant, and the restaurant sells steamboat or hot pots, as you can see, which is a common soup dish that you can have. They give you a stock, and then you can order your mushrooms, your beef, your meat stuff, your vegetable, and you put it into the hot pot, and then you cook it and you eat it, right? And it's a very common dish among the Chinese community all over the world. So this voucher is worth 60 Chinese yuan, which is about 7 euros. You have to spend minimum 12 euros in the restaurant, okay? And then you can use 1 coupon. You spend 200 Chinese yuan, you can use 2 coupons, okay? As you can see, 300 coupons sold out, okay? And the coupon was launched on the 4th of January. It was planned to do an 11 months validity until November, okay? Let's take a look at the vouchers. The vouchers from page 1 to page 18. Page 1 to page 18. You can see all the vouchers are being sold on the 5th of January. 5th of January. Okay. And then on page 30, page 30, okay, on the 8th of January, all the vouchers were sold out. 300 vouchers. So let us take a look. If each steamboat table brings 4 diners, right? I doubt there is anyone will go to the restaurant and eat steamboat lunch or dinner by himself. It's so pathetic, okay? You will bring 4 people, let's assume. So, but 4 people will definitely eat more than 100 Chinese yuan, which is 12 euros, right? Definitely more. So let's assume that every table brings in 4 diners, 300 vouchers sold. This promotion will bring you 1,200 diners. And the minimum spending is 40 yuan only, 40 yuan. But I would definitely spend more than that. But I'll just use a minimum cash intake of 40 yuan times 300 vouchers sold, because every voucher you must pay at least minimum of a 40 yuan. That would be a 12,000 yuan, which is about 1,550 euros. That would be the minimum revenue. But it would definitely be more than that. Yeah. So we are able to bring you new customers. We are able to bring you diners. We are able to bring you cash flow. And also, you can collect your digital assets. Okay. There are also, so I always tell all the attendees, there's no point for you to draw, because on a Zoom, we are able to control the screen. Yeah. So try harder. Yeah, try harder next time. So I also would like to show you the same merchant who sells the beef products. They also have braised ducks. 70% one partial payment for 2 braised ducks. for 2 braised ducks. So you can, the vouchers was 370, okay, and all sold out. So you're talking about 740 ducks sold within this validity. Let's take a look at the vouchers from voucher 1 to voucher 37. Okay, so you can actually see on the date of validity from 17th of August last year to the 30th of August is planned to be a 1-year promotion period, but all sold. All right, you can see it is only in less than 2 months, or just round it up 2 months, 720 ducks sold. Okay, the merchant brought up another 370, okay, from 24th of November till 30th of December. Again, it's a 1-year validity. And again, 720 ducks were sold in a month. So there's more than 1,000 ducks sold in his shops. And then it was launched again, okay, a new voucher, and this voucher is 133 being sold. And let's take a look. From page 1 to page 14, page 1 to page 14, all these ducks were sold, okay, on the in the first 8 days. The first 8 days in January, 133. Okay, so you can see that. I would like to mention on B2B, why? Because while the beef and duck merchant, the same merchant, was selling their beef in the Wuhan Bazaar, in the hotel itself, the hotel owner, who also owns the hot pot steamboat restaurant, he saw the beef that is being sold, and he approached the merchant, the boss. He says, "Are you able to provide your beef and your braised duck to my restaurants? Okay, and I see that you have good products, fresh products. Can you be my supplier?" So, and what happened? It's not just a B2C. It becomes a B2B business. Okay, the beef supplier, the duck supplier supply the food, right, to the restaurants. Okay, and both parties are accepting partial once payment. So they can collect the ones from the buyers, and when they actually, the hotel buys the beef, okay, and he can use the coins, the ones that is collected from the hot pots, okay, and pay to the beef seller. So that becomes a B2B and not just a B2C. And today, on the 8th of January, we have in Hangzhou another bazaar. Okay, this is near to Shanghai. We have 35 merchants with 350 attendees. Okay. We do it outdoor. We have a tentage. Okay, we bring in a lot of New Year bazaar, a lot of goodies for the Chinese community, and all products were sold out in 3 hours. Right. So we have massive users, right? Of course, in the China community. And what we do is we bring in more and more merchants so that our community are able to use their ones. Okay. And when we are able to use our ones, because we have massive ones, and when we are able to use a certain percentage as a partial payment, the cash amount that we pay out is lower. And what does the merchant want? Business, new clients, their stocks can go out, their service can be provided. And in this exchange of product and services with digital assets and with fiat currencies, it makes their business able to move on, especially sole proprietors and small enterprises. In Shandong, on the 12th, in Fujian, in Jian'ou's town, yes, on the 11th. In Sichuan, Chengdu, a big city, on the 11th. In Fujian, Fuzhou, another big city, on the 12th. In Wenzhou, it's the very, very first time they have their own bazaar. And of course, few months back in Henan, we already have a very big expo with 125 merchants with more than 1,000 attendees. We're going to have another bazaar, okay, which on the 18th. Sorry, it's a wrong date. It's on the 18th of January. My apologies. On the 18th of January. So what makes a difference? What makes a difference for us to make all these things happen? Many members see themselves as just members, as a bystander, as a passerby. It doesn't affect me. I'm just waiting for the exchange to happen, and I'm going to sell all my coins and make myself rich. Okay, that doesn't work because many exchanges happens, and many cryptocurrencies are in the market, and many of them are worthless, just 0.00 cents. As you know that not every crypto is a 7,000-8,000 US dollars worth like a Bitcoin. Yeah. So how our education, how our repositioning, we positions all our active members, all our active merchant recruiters, our deal shaker trained individuals, our trained deal shaker trained professional to think and behave like a business consultant. What are we doing? We give you business solution. We assist in your operations. We improve your service. We bring you more success by selling your products and selling your services. We need to have the proper knowledge. And most important thing, we are able to bring you the results that you want, which is new customers, new clients, new business, new revenue, move your stocks. And that is what you want as an entrepreneur. And so we are providing this consulting service. Okay. And while doing this, we are able to allow our own coins to be usable. Right. So a very simple concept. What is revenue? The revenue is the sale of goods and services. And that is a consulting service that we provide to all these merchants. We can bring you revenue by selling your goods and services. Of course, it cannot be always 100% by once, because by doing that, they do not have revenue, they do not have cash flow. So we have to understand that. Yeah. So by having the revenue, be it 50-50, 30-70, 60-40, whatever percentage that the merchant, that the entrepreneur, that they thinks that is right for his business and for his own proportion, he will decide upon that. And we help them and we teach them how to write a deal. Okay. And the deal must be a two-way beneficial win-win situation. Okay. And make it a very systematically to write a deal. Even in photos, we are very particular about photos. Okay. Because in online sales, it is the photos that sells and not the words. Okay. Because there's no salesman. You use photo to sell. Okay. So we have developed a very systematic way of writing deals, of pitching to the merchants and make it happen. And that is what I have shown you the results. Okay. And what do we want? We want blossoms. We want flourish. We want every local city that you live in, there will be merchants that you and all the one-lifers can bring in. Okay. And with many local cities, then it grows into regionals. With many regionals, you add them up together, it will be one nation, which is your country. Okay. When with many nations adds up together, it becomes global. And that is exactly what we have been doing for the past 3 years in Deal Shaker. But unfortunately, many of us, including many of you, are just bystanders, okay, and onlookers. and hope that people do well. Okay, and in China it's actually very big, and there are some members from other cities, okay, and who have seen Wuhan, Hangzhou, Henan, and they start asking the question, hey, when can an expo be happen in my city? So we will ask, how many members do you have in your city, and how many merchants do you have in your city, and why is not happening in your city but it's happening in other cities? It's because you people are not working, you are not recruiting, you are not bringing in merchants so that your own digital assets can be used. If you want your own digital assets to be used, you must start doing something. If you would like to just sit there and stand there and look there and hope that exchange can happen, continue to stand there, continue to sit there, and continue to be an onlooker and keep waiting. If not, just quit. Go to other platform, okay, and join other whatever companies, okay, that promise you that their coins can be exchangeable, all right, soon in the open exchange. Do that, all right? So, well, Mike, that's what I got to share, and I'll leave the time for our next wonderful partners of ours, all right, Mr. Christy Kalina. Right, Mike? Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much, Fred. Very, very powerful information, and saying it straight. So you either need to be focused on what you're doing, and as Fred has shared, that starts at a local level and grows to the national, and then goes global. So this is exactly what obviously is starting up in China. We have started here in Australia on our 90-day plan, and other countries are now working towards that as well. So it's one united effort and a global effort, uniting all the countries together. And some really, really exciting news now coming out of one of the biggest markets in Europe. And I really want to, I can't wait to hear what is going on over in Europe. And we have got one of the biggest and the best deal shaker exponents of the One Life network with us to share his news and all the exciting things going on over in Europe. So, Christy, are you with us there, brother? I can see you on screen. Just maybe unmute yourself. There we go. So, welcome. The mic is yours, sir.
Thank you very much. It's hearing, it's seeing me. Yes, it's okay. Yes. Fantastic. Thank you very much, Michael. Thank you very much, Fred. Good morning, good day, good evening. I am very excited to be here in this webinar because the new year just starting. It's the second webinar in this year, and I'm very excited because we prepare many things for 2020. I just waiting to start with the first presentation, first training in Deal Shaker. My first training will be in 1 week in Moldavia, special for Moldavian team and partners from there because it's a new market in Deal Shaker, but we're growing very nice and very beautiful merchants will be soon there. So we need to work. Let's share the screen. If you help me with share screen, Michael, I can. One moment. Let's see. Okay. Until we see the screens, let's speak a little bit. My name is Cristi Cărina. I'm Blue Diamond from Romania. I start this project in 2015, almost 5 years from that moment. So I'm very excited today, like in the beginning, because I understand the vision of this concept and of this ecosystem. I watching first time the cryptocurrency, like speculation, like was created for trading, for something like this. I'm not a regular guy with these things, with trading, forex or something like this. I am a businessman, entrepreneur. For me, it's easy. If you want to sell something, you must have the product. So this is how it's working in a business way. You have the products, you sell, you have a profit margin, and you sell again and again. And that's all. When I see first time the cryptocurrency Bitcoin in 2008, one friend of mine showed me and asked me, "You want to mine of this? What is this?" It's something that the people will use it in the future. And when the people come, will buying it, and I don't understand this. Let me check, and I come back, and I don't understand in that moment what is happening. I don't care because my business was good in that moment. So the time passed. So when I meet this opportunity in 2015, I understand much easier because I lose the opportunity with Bitcoin in that moment. So I understand if it's working like that, it's okay. But let's see more details. What is different? Because I don't like it, the trading. I don't like forex things or something like this, speculation. And when I understand the vision of this company and the visionary, Dr. Ruja Ignatova, it's all about shopping, merchants. It's one currency. All the while, well, you can pay with this. I say, wow, what is this? This is very nice. I cannot share the screen with you yet, but maybe we fix it. So I understand this, and I say, okay, so we'll try again with the screen, but not working. Strange.
Yeah, Christy, sorry, I'll just pop in there. You should be able to highlight the bottom of the screen, and there'll be a toolbar pop up, and you can share the screen there.
Let's see now.
Yeah, Christy.
Okay, now it's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it's got it.
Thanks.
Okay. Okay. This. Just a moment. I tell you, I am not IT guy, so you must have patience with me. It's okay now. It's full screen.
Yep.
Okay. So when I understand that is preparing something to use our cryptocurrency OneCoin to buy product services and to use this, I say, wow, this is amazing, because we are already in 194 countries. So if we can use one cryptocurrency to pay products and services in all this country, for me in that moment, this is something like magical, because you're mining these coins when you buy educational package in the low value, and you use it now to buy real things, to buy products. So I understand the total different the business in that moment, and I see the great future of this platform, Deal Shaker. So we start working. What is happening now is we have 120,000 companies who selling products and accept our cryptocurrency partial or total for payment. 625,000 individual sellers who are logged in Deal Shaker want to sell something. Sometimes it's okay. What is happening in the first 3 months with this platform? In first 3 months, 7,000 million OneCoin trading in 82 days. Wow, when I see this is amazing. If it's happening this in the first 3 months in the new platform, wow, what is can happening with this in the next 5 years, let's say. So we start working. After this, we start thinking why the people don't buy so much from this platform, because we understand the people need to see products, to understand the merchants, not so familiar in Romania, let's say, maybe in another countries the same with online shopping. So we create for the first time first Deal Shaker Expo worldwide to put together the merchants, the members who have already the coins, and to put together to educate the people how to buy from Deal Shaker more products than before, how we educate to merchants how to selling more products than can selling usual with currency, national currency. So this is happening in 2017 in 2-4 June. Was amazing expo with 100 merchants, and in the third day, yes, the merchants come in the stage and explain about the business, because in the first 2 days was a little bit scary, don't understand what is happening, but after 2 days understand that can promote himself with the products and can take these coins, a partial payment, and was very exciting. What is happening after this expo? Of course, we create another small bazaar expo, something like this, where we explain to the people how it's working with this OneCoin. What is different for the money? It's nothing different in my opinion. If you see this slide, it's very easy to understand, because we need the products, we need services, we need vacation, we need cars, we need many things, but we need a numeter, a common numeter. This is named money. In one country, in my country, is named lei. In Bulgaria, it's leva. In China, it's yuan. In Australia, it's a dollar. I don't know how is it in your country. It's another name. But why you need this money? You need this money to make the change of these products. You don't need money for eating money. You need the products. You need to buy vacation. You need to buy cars, lands. You need properties. Yes, but this you buy with something. So I understand. And we starting explain to the people and educate the merchants how to use it, another system of payment, because we create a new system payment, alternative new system payment. So merchants come more and more in our community. We create another expo in 2018 with 80 merchants in another city, because I understand how Fred is working in China. It's very nice. In Australia, it's the same. Many expo in another cities. In many cities where the people, in the city where the people, the members want to do something, want to create something. So you make environment there, is creating exciting. So it's very nice. And we create also another events in Romania for use our coin for make popular, because now we create a brand in this moment worldwide, not just in Romania. But I understand that we create a brand. The brand we're not creating in one day. We need few years. But in these few years, when people speak about our cryptocurrency and our community speak about OneCoin, how much is speaking and how better is speaking about this, it's pop up our value of coin in another dimension, in my opinion. So we create a Miss One Life.
Christy,
Yeah.
can you
Yes.
can you open up your whole expand your whole PowerPoint?
Okay.
Can you expand the whole thing? Make it full.
Let me check. Let's see. Now it's okay.
It's not.
Okay, let's share again. Maybe it's better. Now? Now it's okay, Michael?
You see your screen, you know, you can see 98%. Can you see on the right bottom, there's a 98%? I can see there's a 98%. After slide 5 of 11, 98%. No, bottom, right bottom. Right hand side, the bottom.
Yes, but I cannot make it.
On the extreme, there's an opening box. They can click on that.
One moment.
Yep, you can see that. Click on that. 93%, and there is you can see the expansion, the extension, the 4 arrows. Click on that.
Where do you say?
Down, right hand down, down, right down. Yep, 100%. Yeah. Okay, try that one. Try that. The 4 arrows. You try that? If not, then it's okay. Doesn't matter.
Sorry, but it's not working. Okay, like this. Okay.
Yeah, okay. Just keep going.
Next time will be fantastic. So we invite you in the next edition in Miss One Life, so will be much better than now. Let's continue. This was in Romania last year, and was the first time when we create this event with the beauty pageant. Why we doing this? Because we want to promote our merchant. We want to promote our coin to be much famous, and we bring many things. You can vote your favorite with our coin. So we thinking that is good for all the people worldwide to choose the favorite. 29 girls from 29 countries come in this beauty pageant event, so it was fantastic. Maybe you saw the video in internet. You can buy anything from Deal Shaker. In my opinion, are a lot of products. We don't have all the products in this moment, but it's working for all what we need to put in this platform. So we are working in many things. What we're doing in Romania, we start working from the beginning of 2017, and now are more than 4,000 merchants who put some deals on Deal Shaker and accepting partial payment with our cryptocurrency. If you see in the right, we have 40,000 members in Romania and Moldavia in our team. So we don't need just the merchants, we need also the clients, the buyers, the members who have these packages. If you have 100 merchants in one city and you don't have partners there, for me, it's not very good idea, because we need clients for these merchants. So we need to promote both things in the same time, both teams. You pick up and bring one merchant, but you need 10, 15, 20 new clients for these merchants. So we're working with this. What is happening? 50,000 deals put from these merchants until now, 200,000 of coupons. Now maybe one active deals in this moment, but weekly we changing and put another deals on the platform. Of course, in Bucharest is the biggest community of merchants, because it's the capital of Romania. So it's a very nice city, but we're working also in another city because we don't need just one. Well, how we explain the business for the merchants? Which are the benefits of the merchants? Because the merchants are asked very easy. Okay, why to come in this platform? You tell me about this platform. And I say every time for the merchants, it's very easy. You make advertising in 194 countries. Maybe you don't need. Maybe you are in Bucharest and your business is here. It's okay. But what is for you if 200 countries see your business and see what you're doing, see your collection, your products, your stock, because it's almost free for you. It's low advertising cost, not free, but almost free for you. You have new customers from another countries. It's very easy to find this customer because you don't go to the customer, you put some deal in this platform and the people see every time the deal. You create today the deal and in 5 days you have advertising, free advertising, when nobody can buy this product, but all the people can see that you're selling something. And this is very nice. It's another market, a new market for you like merchants. It's another channel of distribution for your products. And you can decide if your products you'll deliver in your city, in your country, in your continent, or worldwide. You decide this. Secure transactions, this is very nice for the merchant because it's a nice community, very nice, and we protect together. We know who is in another part, who is the buyer, who is the selling. This is very easy. Business stability, because the merchants need to sell products, to selling something or services, and to take something. And when take this something, this money, the merchant needs stability, because don't want OneCoin or another cryptocurrency who today it's up, tomorrow is down. This is not very good for a business plan of the merchant. Fast circulation of stock, because you can sell all your stock very easy. If you want to see how you're selling your stock, ask Franca, the wife of Luca, and ask how is selling 500 deals in 3 months or something like this, and take a lot of coins, and you see how it's working. Fast circulation, increase in turnover. Of course, what do need the merchants? The merchants need to selling more, to have more increase or turnover, and to buy another things for the supplier, for something the need in his business. Advantage trade. Of course, you have some advantage when you trade like this, because it's much easy for you and much intelligent, in my opinion. Access to Revolution's ecosystem. This is very nice, because this is our ecosystem. Yes, you can be the first in your city, in your country, who put some deals and accepting one cryptocurrency like a new system payment in that area. Nobody do this before you. So this is very nice for you, because you want to be first. You don't want to be the last one who accepting OneCoin in your country. What is the benefits for the members? You buy some educational packages, you're mining in the low value, and you have a higher increase of your money to buy more and more products. This is very nice for me like client, and I buy many things. I will show you in a few minutes. Increasing the value of one, because if you're watching what is happening in OneCoin in the last 4 years, 5 years, you will see that we're starting the value of 0.5 euro in 2015, and now the value of OneCoin is almost 30 euro. So if you make a calculation, this is a big profit for you when you're using in platform deal shaker to buy something and make trade like this. Access to expensive goods and services, very nice and very interesting. This maybe before OneCoin or OneLife, you afford to buy something expensive things, no problem. But now in this moment, it's much easier for you to afford to buy more and more things. What is happening is we compress the time with this project, with this value of cryptocurrency. We compress the time, and now we can afford to do things. Maybe in life, in usual life, we need 20, 30 years to achieve something like this. But in this project, in 4, 5, 6 years, we can achieve more than in 30 years in a usual business. Advantage of trading, of course, because it's very easy. What is for merchants? What is the proposal for merchants? Promotion the brand. You have a product, a brand, and of course you want to promote in social media everywhere. But when you can promote your business, your services, your product in one community with 3.6 million people, not just this, but these people are loyal. These people are using this platform because in this moment can buy just from here. So this is very important for you like merchant to understand. Pre-sale. Pre-sale is confirmed sale. This is a very nice thing. I don't have right here one coupon to show you, but when you buy from Deal Shaker and you click buy, you put transaction password, you create a QR code, and you go with this to the merchant to send the value of this coupon to the merchant and bring the product. When the client click buy, it's already confirmed the sale. This is very nice because for me, like merchant, when I put something in this platform and somebody come with the coupon and buy already, for me it's easy. When click buy and generate the coupon, this is mean that already I sell one product. I deliver this product in this moment. No, I don't deliver, but already is confirmed the sale. This is very nice for me, like merchant. Collect 100% of your product of your price. You know, many merchants make promotion, make discount promotion. Now we are in January. Maybe you have some products that in December you don't selling how you thinking. You don't sell all the jewelries. You don't sell all the dresses, the shoes, or all. What is happening in January? Discount. Make a discount in your products in your area, 20, 30, 40, 50. What is happening with this discount? Somebody pay you this discount? No, never. You just lose a higher margin from your profit. Maybe all, I don't know. Maybe something bigger from your profit. But nobody give you something on this discount because you renounce on this. So if you are agree to renounce on this, why don't put all your price 50% in euro? The people can pay you in your shop or credit card, you decide, and 50% in something. This something is named OneCoin. So for you, like merchants, it's amazing because you take all the price. You take all the price of this product, and there's not need for me to make another discount for the clients. I can take all this product for me, but I take it different than the beginning. All you need is to collect one partial or total. You decide. Maybe you have some products in your shop, in your stock, and you can put 100% in OneCoin in this platform. It's your thinking. It's your business plan. Maybe you need to make some promotion and to be, let's say, viral in social media. Maybe you want to attract more clients in your restaurant, in your hotel in one period. You can put 100% in OneCoin. But in my opinion, I share the same opinion with Fred. It's very important the cash flow for the merchant. So I never start with my merchants to put 100% in OneCoin. If you afford to put 100% in OneCoin, no problem, it's okay. But you must understand the first time how it's working the system and how it's creating this usability and all ecosystem. Because if I tell you to put 100% in OneCoin, all your products, in 1-2 months, you tell me, hey, Chris, I need the cash flow. Of course you need cash flow. Hey, how it's working, but I don't have my supplier here on DealShaker. Of course you don't have it. So you need some cash flow for your business. Put 20, 30, 40 in currency, in national currency, and put the rest of payment in OneCoin. You decide. Maybe you want to put one product 90% in OneCoin and 10% in euro, and the rest of products 50-50. No problem. You decide this. How is better for you and for your business. We consulting our merchants to be very good for them, not for us, just for us. For us is good, of course. We want 100% in OneCoin, but we must thinking on merchant to have cash flow to survive and to make profit. If it's making profit, this merchant will stay with you. If you say to put 100% in OneCoin and you don't have cash flow in this moment, say bye-bye, because you're not for me this. So we must thinking globally for what is good for us, for the clients, and what is good for the merchants in the same time. How is look the year 2020? Let's say today we have 5 deals daily create, let's say in Romania. I don't know in another country. I'm sure in China, Fred have much more deals. But let's say in Romania we have 5 deals daily create on DealShaker. Let's say in 1 month we have 150 deals monthly in one country. We are active in almost 200 countries. Let's say today we have 30,000 deals monthly. Let's say in January we have this amount active on DealShaker. What is happening in one year? In 1 year, at the end of 2020, in this mathematics, we'll have 360,000 deals in total. But in my opinion, in my vision of the end of 2020, we can have at least 360,000 new deals just in December, worldwide, not everywhere. Just in December, 200, 300, 400,000 new deals, partial payment or total payment in OneCoin. What is happening in that moment when you have 500,000 deals in 1 month in one platform with one cryptocurrency? Who asks you about exchange? No, not one single merchant don't ask you about this, because don't need. If you come with the tires, with the machine, with the cars, with the lamps, with the food, the drinks, all, nobody asks you what I do with this OneCoin, how I can change, because you don't need to change. If you have 300,000 deals, that this is mean 15,000 in each country, something like this. You make the calculation. Maybe I'm very exciting when I speak about my business, because I'm very exciting for this project. But we must thinking of the numbers. We can do these numbers very easy. What we're doing now in the company and in the network, we prepare, we restructuring, we rebuild what we need in this moment in January to go up until the end of the year and the next years. Because this business is not created just for 2020, it's created for next years, next 5-10 years. It's not a business for 1-2 days, 1-2 years. It's a long business, and we prepare now. And when I speak about me, the merchants ask me, you buy something from this shaker? And I laughing. Yes, I buy something. 12,200 products I bought personal from my main account. 1,220 shopping in 1,000 days. If you calculate from the February 2017 until now, it's almost like this. So what is mean? I made every day one shopping. Don't ask me how much coins I spend, but I spend. Okay, I buy products, 163 different products from 38 countries. If you tell me that OneCoin is not working, I will show my back office and I will show you 122 page and I'll show this. It's not working. Really? Let me show the facts. When I show the facts to the merchant say, okay, I understand. Okay, what can I put on DealShaker? Okay, let's make a plan. What I doing another things. We make some competition and we offer some prize. Of course, all this was 100% in OneCoin. So we're giving many prize with coupons from DealShaker or vacation or something like this. We create something else, and I'm very proud for this project, One Warm Meal for 1,000 children project in Romania. We don't have 1,000 children every day who eating one warm meal, but we will create this year, I'm sure, for 1,000 children. It's not complicated, and all this will be paid 100% in OneCoin. No cash, no national currency, just in OneCoin. All this will be paid 100% in OneCoin. And in this month, in January, we're starting also in Moldavia the same project for the children and for the old person in need. The same, one or meal every day, one or meal, 100% in OneCoin. And this merchant put in Moldavia 5,000 coupon, 500 coupon, but 5,000 warm meal. You buy one coupon is for 10 person, for 10 children, for 10 old person in need. You buy one coupon with one coin, 1.6 or something like this. You can give the eat for 10 person in one day. This is amazing. For me, this is fantastic good. If we can do something like this in 200 countries, I'm sure that this project will booming. We make a lot of donation, of course. In Romania, I cannot explain all because there's no need. We make sponsorship and pay 100% in OneCoin or sometimes partial prices for the partners. We're using our OneCoin like the national currency or like the money, because this is our belief, this is our thinking. We believe in this project and the value of this coin. And if you don't use it and you say you have it and you don't use it, you don't understand the project. Because your power, your trader, your power of trade, it's in deal shaker, and you need to use it now. If you don't buy something until now from deal shaker, go find something and buy. When you buy something and you receive the products, you understand that you have money to buy much more and much more than you afford before, to come in one life to buy the first your educational packages or the second. I don't know how many you have, but it's better to have many packages and to show this information, to share this information with all your friends, all your family, because we want to grow this community. In my opinion, in this year, we can double the number of members very easy. I speak with few leaders and we prepare something very nice for this year. We need to work. In my opinion, my goal for the first 6 months in this year is to double the number of merchants. It's not so complicated. In my opinion, it's very easy just to double the number of merchants. With all improving is made now in this moment, in these days in company, in servers and all this, and in the strategy of new leadership, I'm sure that we can easily double the number of merchants and the number of One Life members the same. It's nothing complicated. We need just loyal leaders and leaders who want to work with us now. We don't need negative things. We have already. Don't miss it, this negativity, because we have every time in social media. 1 week ago in Romania social media, somebody say Bitcoin is a scam. In this moment, after 10 years, is something pyramidal, is a scam now. Some few days, 1 day ago, somebody say, hey, OneCoin now is a scam and is pyramidal. Really? We don't care this. We just go further with our project. We're building this. And I'm sure that in this year, in 2020, in Romania, I speak just for Romania or Moldavia, we have all what we want. Houses, cars, dream apartments, lands with OneCoin. It's not important to be 100% in OneCoin. If you have 10,000 merchants with 50% who are accepting OneCoin like this, is just one step more, one floor to go to 100% in OneCoin. 50-50 is the same with 100% in OneCoin. Just our mentality must be changed, and the merchant mentality. 50-50 is the same like 100% in OneCoin when you have all the branch. When you have all the branch, is the same. If you have just 2-3 things, it's not the same. But if you put in this system and then this platform, in this usability, all what you need in your life to survive, to dream, to go in vacation, all what you need, you put in 50-50, you win the game. Because it's just the next step, another floor to go with all 100% in OneCoin. It's very easy. So we need to build from 50-50%, in my opinion, and from this to go to 100% in OneCoin. When you're starting building your community deal shaker with 50-50, the merchants are happy, the clients are happy. We must starting from this very quickly. We need speed, and this is the reason why you cannot register merchants in this moment, because we need to upgrade our system. In this moment, we need to upgrade to new registration to be much faster, much bigger, and much stronger in just few weeks. So we'll have in few days all these things fixed. It's not a problem of this. You just need to activate you to go and to put in motion and to build this community in your area very big, very strong, because you can do it. Nobody can tell you that you cannot do. You can do what you're thinking and what you're put in your mind, but you must act, and you must put in action. You and your leaders and the merchants will come very easy. It's nothing complicated. The partners will come, the merchants will come. The things are very easy, but we must work. Without work, we cannot achieve too much. For today, this is my part. Thank you very much for inviting me in this webinar. I'm very excited. I just want to start with a new presentation, new trainings, and to share with all the people what I can do for them, how I can help, how I can teach about this project, and I'm sure that will succeed very soon. So this is my part. Thank you very much, Michael. Thank you very much, Fred. Thank you for all the leaders loyal who staying with us and working now in this moment in this project. It's not easy, but if it was easy, was all the people here. It's just for the champions. If you want to be a champion, you must work every day. Work every day, and success will be very soon. Thank you very much.
Oh, wow. Thank you very much, Christy. That was amazing to see and hear just the numbers. This is just what we need to do around the world now, and in your local country is what we've been talking about. Fred talked about it, Christy talked about it, I talked about it at the start. And if we can do that in all of the 200 countries that the deal shaker is in, imagine those numbers will be 10 times or 200 times, I should say, bigger. And that will be just absolutely incredible, because then we will have true 100% usability everywhere. So fantastic news coming out of Europe, fantastic news coming out of China. I know that there's going to be a lot happening in Japan shortly, and we are working very, very hard here in Australia, despite all the catastrophic bushfires that are happening. And thank you all for all of your heartfelt support and messages. We are hurting down here, I guess, if you like, as a country, but we're forging forward at the same time. We're also with all of our digital fairs that we're having, and the bazaars and the events that we're having. We have the charity that Christy spoke about as well. We are collecting donations for the bushfire appeal here in Australia. So they are overwhelmed at the moment with clothes and that kind of thing. There's not enough people to help sort them out. So we are looking at donations and donations of coupons that people can redeem to use. So therefore, the actual coin itself will help the people, and try to use the coin to really affect people's lives in a good way, and then they help understand what we are all about is to help people, educate people, and give people the freedom to transact between each other. And with that, I'd like to thank our speakers, Christy Kalina from Romania and Fred Fock from Singapore, everybody on the call. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next week on the GLG Global webinar, mentorship webinar, and I'm Michael Yeo. So it's goodbye from me, goodbye from Australia, and one for all for one. Okay, see you everyone.